It's 2021, we're all looking for a fresh start, but we're pretty much all stuck at home, and especially if you live in a colder climate, you're really at home. So where is the heart of your home? Your kitchen, of course. So in today's video, we're going to discuss how to keep a clutter-free kitchen for 2021. Hello everyone, if you are new here, my name is Julie. I'm an occupational therapist, a mom of 2 little kids, and I'm pregnant with my 3rd one, and let's just say we spend a lot of time in our kitchen. There's a lot of food and eating and mess and potentially a lot of clutter, and no, it's just not gonna fly. So I'm gonna teach you my easy method, easy strategies for keeping your kitchen clutter-free so it becomes a habit, which means that it is lifelong, life-changing, and you're gonna love it. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe, click that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like videos all about how to make your life better, especially as a busy mom. Before we jump right in, I wanted to let you know that I have a free mini course. It's a downloadable. You can just click down below on the links, and it is 5 simple videos to kickstart your life, take back control, get more structure and organization for 2021, as well as the Organized Mom, my signature program, which goes into so much depth. If you need more support, don't forget to check those links out. All right, so step number 1. I'm gonna sound like a broken record because I say this in basically every video, and it applies to basically everything in your life. And that is less is more. Especially in 2021, we spend so much time at home, you're staring at your stuff. If you want to take back more control over your space and your environment, which as an occupational therapist, I feel is super important. We, professionally examine the whole person, and their environment plays a huge part in how you feel day to day and your mental health. If you need to take back more control of your kitchen, you got to get rid of that stuff that is no longer serving you. Ask yourself, do I have duplicates? When last did I use this? Is this dangerous to have around my little kids? Maybe this is not the season for this thing right now. Perhaps like a fancy juicer that you have to clean and take apart all the pieces. It's just not practical in your life. You haven't used it in 3 years. The time you need to actually get a juicer or want one, there's going to be a newer, better one out. So maybe sell it or give it to somebody else who can use it. 2 is stop buying new storage. So I know the tendency when you want to organize your life, declutter, all this kind of stuff, is to go out and buy all those fancy containers. Hey, I love the container store. It's the stuff of dreams for me. More containers is just more stuff, more clutter, more money, more things that you have to look after. So until you have really taken control of what you currently have and really assessed what you need in terms of storage and, keeping things organized, which you will need containers, obviously. Don't go out and buy anything. What I often tell my students in the Organized Mom, and it's not something they want to hear, is that when we start the program, I give them a 30-day ban on buying anything. And that includes organizational things, because I promise you, you can make a plan. You can make something out of nothing. You could even use a box if you needed to store things or organize things. It's just temporary until you can get control of what you actually do have already. So along those lines is that you're constantly analyzing what you actually use. So even though I feel like my kitchen is, pretty clutter-free on a day-to-day basis, things can fit into the cabinets, all the kind of stuff, I'm always analyzing. We were recently gifted some amazing glasses for Christmas, and that meant that I could let go of some of the jars that I had used as cups and mugs in the past, because we really just don't need them, and we got a bit of an upgrade. So I'm always kind of assessing, is this necessary? Did this break? Can I use this? Would someone else benefit from this more than me? When last did I use it? Just asking myself these questions, because obviously decluttering, keeping a home, just like a diet and exercise, another broken record thing that I always say, but it is a process. It is something you have to do every single day, or at least every couple of days. And obviously it becomes so much easier when it's a habit and absolutely ingrained in how you run your home. But initially it can be hard. So know that decluttering, organizing your life, living a healthy life, both mentally and physically, is a process. It's not something that happens in one day, and we're constantly reevaluating, even if we've been on this journey for a number of years. If you need help with figuring out what you actually use, what you need, one thing that is really helpful is to take a box, pack everything up in there, and only take out what you use. And then after a month, or however long you determine, see what you didn't touch and just donate it all. Another thing I think that can clutter up kitchens is different decorations, themes, and I think it's just helpful, especially when you have kids, because I believe there is a season for everything, and going lavish and extravagant is very hard to maintain when you have little children running around, basically undoing all the good stuff that you did. So pick a theme, whether that could be like a coastal theme or a minimalist style theme, or everything's kind of white with maybe one accent color, and then don't buy things that don't fit in that theme for your kitchen. For me, you know, I just couldn't handle like redecorating a kitchen or anything. The one we have is, you know, it's perfectly fine, and I like that it's mostly kind of neutrals and whites and that kind of stuff. If I had to build a kitchen from scratch, it would probably look a little different, but I don't bother myself with massive decorating, making things hard to clean, hard to maintain. Something else that, you know, we do pretty much every day or every night is we clean up the kitchen every night. And I know that's hard because that is when you're really, really tired. If you have time in the morning and you're feeling more energized, go for it. But I really like waking up to a clean and organized kitchen in the morning. It just sets the day off where I'm not trying to make up for yesterday's transgressions, right? So I like to empty the dishwasher, I wipe down the counters, I put things away, I try and tidy up the fridge a little bit. I just try and set up the kitchen so that it's a well-run machine, and every day we start off fresh. I highly recommend it. My main tip for how I stay motivated with doing this, besides just trying to imagine what it would be like to wake up in the morning with a nice clean kitchen, is that I listen to audiobooks or podcasts that I really enjoy. You could also like watch a YouTube video or whatever you want to do, and then that makes time go by so quickly. And actually, to unpack the dishwasher, it takes 10 minutes. To fold the laundry, 15 minutes. It doesn't take that long. It's just when we build it up in our mind that these tasks are abhorrible and we don't want, is that a word? And we don't want to do them, and that creates resistance, and then the vicious cycle just repeats itself. Another thing that I've simplified in my life is I just use a very basic homemade cleaning spray basically on everything, which is distilled water or filtered water and a few drops of soap. You can also use vinegar for added antibacterial properties, but just check the surface of your kitchen as to whether you can, you know, use vinegar on like a granite surface or stone surface or something like that. But having one spray that, you know, can clean everything allows me to quickly wipe things down. I can use it in the bathroom as well, and it's super simple. A huge tip that I started doing many years ago and now is just habitual for me, and it's probably annoying if you live with me, so sorry, but I clean up as I cook, and I really use the downtime during cooking. I really think that cleaning is like a sprint, not a marathon, in that you can do it in like short bursts and get a lot of stuff done. So, you know, while I'm waiting for water to boil, I'm cleaning the dishes, I'm packing the dishwasher, I am maybe even cleaning up toys in the living room. You know, I'm really utilizing that time because I can kind of get myself motivated for that 45 minutes to an hour that I'm preparing dinner and that dinner time phase, and then I crash. So I really like to get all the hard work done first, and then I treat myself by sitting on the couch or just relaxing. Another thing that will 100% give the illusion, if not the real truth, of having a clutter-free kitchen is a clutter-free countertop. Obviously, not having too much stuff on there is really gonna set up the tone for your kitchen of being clutter-free. One thing, you know, that I'm grateful for living in a small apartment in New York City is that we don't have a lot of counter space. Actually, for New York, I feel like we have a really good amount, but this kind of functions as our dumping ground, our kitchen prep area, our dining room table. You know, it's like the homework station, it's everything. So it's really in our best interest to keep it clutter free, and the easiest way to do that is to make sure that everything that is supposed to be in the kitchen stays in the kitchen, and anything that does not belong in the kitchen needs to go somewhere else. So if I find hairbands on the kitchen counter, they're going back to the kids' room. If I find a backpack, that's going into our room, whatever it is, gloves, socks, jackets, socks on the kitchen counter, I mean, whatever, you know, it could be anything with children. Art supplies, books, they don't belong in the kitchen, at least not in my kitchen. They don't have space here, so they go back to their home, and that really helps to keep the clutter down to a minimum. Just remember, you can do this. Even if you have grown up in a home where you have literally drowned in stuff and it's kind of just happened that this has kind of been carried on into your own home now that you're managing your own home, you don't have to live like this. That is a limiting belief that you have been programmed to think that kitchens always need to be cluttered or a living room always needs to be chaotic. No. You can challenge that mindset and change it. And that's really my message, is that you don't have to accept the status quo if it's not working for you. If you are feeling mentally burdened, overloaded, stressed out, remember how important your environment is. It really, really affects you, and it affects your productivity, it affects your mood, it's gonna affect your relationship with your kids and your partner. So do it for, you know, the greater good. Do it for them, do it for yourself. Don't let clutter and things that you can easily control, don't let that stop you from living a better, more simple, minimalist life if that is what you desire and if it is impacting you. So those are really my top tips for keeping a clutter-free kitchen. And for the most part, you know, we're not perfect. We have moments of clutter and disorganization, but we really, you know, we try when we come back from being outside, and I shared this in my previous video about having a clutter-free life in 2021. When we come back and we dump everything on this kitchen counter, groceries, beach stuff, whatever it is, we unpack it straight away, and it just becomes so habitual and so second nature that it's weird if we don't do that. Don't delay, don't make excuses, just get it done, and you're gonna have time to rest. You're gonna have so much more freedom when you have a bit of structure and routine and habits. And if you do have little children, or just children in general, you are teaching them and setting them up for success in their life, because you are teaching them how to have an organized life themselves. And I'm sure a lot of us can say that we were not taught how to be organized, and we were not taught how to self-regulate and structure and all this kind of stuff. And obviously there's an extreme, but it's important that we learn these skills, just like learning how to tie your shoes, brush your teeth. Very, very key to being a functioning adult human. So if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure that you subscribe, click the notification bell, give this video a big thumbs up if you like videos to help improve your life. Don't forget to check out all the free resources, my free mini course, and then also the Organized Mom if you want to go through a much more in-depth process and transformation to make your life better in 2021, you know? Because 2022 didn't set us up for that great success, but 2021 is going to be better. I'm sure of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.